You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Monday night edition of the Regency Championship game here in the Dedman Center in Radford, Virginia. Welcome to Bobcat Sports Live. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells. We are at half court here at Radford University. Michael, how you doing tonight?
I am fantastic. Just watched a ladies basketball game and getting ready to watch our Bobcats take on the Floyd County Buffaloes. This place is packed to the gills. It looks like a college atmosphere. The band's going, the students are going, and I couldn't be any more excited to be here.
This place is just as packed as it is for the Radford University basketball games, if not more, for most. And now the ESPNU games, this is about the atmosphere it's been for the ESPNU games. It was loud when I was walking in as the teams took the floor. We have a hotly contested matchup tonight, Michael, that I know many people who are at home right now that are unable to be here, or maybe it's a little past your bedtime, that are really anticipating a great game tonight between a really hotly attested rivalry between the Radford Bobcats and the Floyd County Buffaloes. By the way, this is the rubber match. One game apiece so far between these two teams.
Yeah, and we'll dive into both schedules, but you're right. These two teams have played each other this season. The first time the Bobcats played at home, won by 15. The second time they played at Floyd, Floyd took over the basketball game, took control, held Gavin to 5 points, and won by 12.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, the game plans. Floyd threw everything they had at Floyd to get that win in the regular season. But tonight, both teams will go on. So tonight is not a win-or-go-home kind of situation like we've had the last two games. So a little pressure's off. But, again, you're playing a team that you've played already 2 times this season. It's a game that Floyd always circles on their calendar whenever they play the Radford Bobcats. Radford and Floyd has faced each other in the Regency the last few years, and Radford's come out victorious. There's a lot on the line when it comes to pride tonight, Michael.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a team, the Bobcats have not lost to Floyd until this year for the last 9 times that they've played. You know, Floyd looks at this game just like in college football you look at Alabama. You have to beat the best to move on, and that's what this game is. This says who is the best in this area. If you win, you play at home, you got a team coming to you, and if you lose this game, you got to travel, and I believe it's to Virginia High. So that we'll get a definite on that, but you know, no one wants to lose this game. This is actually less about, you know, where you play and more about pride, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well, these two teams have faced each other 2 times already this season, as Michael had alluded to already. The first matchup was back on January the 10th at Radford Gymnasium. Radford won that game over Floyd. Final score 54-38. And then just 2 weeks later, a little over 2 weeks later, Radford traveled down to Floyd County, and they found themselves shorthanded right there through foul trouble. Coach Cormany got 2 technicals, and the Buffaloes won 58-46. So, Michael, you were at the first game. We've heard about the second game. What did Floyd do so well there in the second time that really got in the heads of our Bobcats?
Yeah, well, they did a few things, and they did exactly what most teams have done late in this season against the Bobcats. They crash the paint when Elijah Kelly comes into it. They face guard Gavin Cormany everywhere he goes, and they say, hey, the rest of the team is going to have to step up. And you know what? 7 out of 10 times, the Bobcats' secondary players may or may not have stepped up this year. When they played the other night against Gretna, Woodard came out and hit his first 2 threes of the night, had 11 points in the first half. That's the kind of game that did not happen at Floyd. So when Gavin gets in foul trouble, only has 5 points, you really need both Elijah Kelly and Cormany to have anywhere from 12 to 18 points apiece, right? Especially if no one else is going to step up. But what I expect the Bobcats to do tonight is go into the other thing. They're going to press you all the way up and down the floor. This Floyd team wants to run too. They can't do it as good as the Bobcats. What they can do very well, and what they did at Floyd, is shoot the 3 ball, and they're going to try to do that the best they can tonight.
Let's talk a little bit about the journey between these two teams up until this point in the region tournament so far. Michael, both teams come into tonight with a record of 20-4, identical records tonight, which is a really cool statistic to be noted. You know, Floyd has come off a win on Saturday night here in the Dedman Center against James River. They won by a score of 57-40 in the semifinals. And they kicked off the region tournament at home, beating Patrick County pretty soundly, to 61. Now, your Radford Bobcats had a little test last week
Yep.
In the first round against the Allegheny Mountaineers, literally in double overtime.
Barely
squeaked by, right?
Barely
Squeaked out, and then Saturday night took care of the Gretna Hawks pretty single-handedly. You were here, Michael. What did Radford do so well against the Hawks on Saturday night to win 64-45?
Yeah, well, they did exactly what you expect them to do. They played Radford basketball. They ran up and down the floor, in and out. As soon as the ball was put in the basket by Gretna, they were literally on the other end of the court scoring that same way. Elijah Kelly got to the rim at will, and he's going to have to in this game. He would catch the basketball at the top of the key and drive, scoop up and under, and score and get to the free throw line. Now, the Bobcats are not great from the free throw line, but if you can shoot 30 of them and you only make 15, that's pretty good, right?
Right.
The secondary for the Bobcats played very well. Sincere Taylor has stepped into the role and played very good defensively coming off the bench. Max Knipe rebounding the basketball very well. Corian Ferguson playing really good defense for the Bobcats. Gavin Cormany shooting lights out. That's what helps the Bobcats win this game. But you know what? I want to kind of look at Floyd for 1 second, Tim, before we move on.
Yep.
They are 12-0 in their last 12 games with the last loss against the Radford Bobcats. They started out in the season losing 3 out of their first 8 games and then rolled through the rest of their season. That's a team, in my opinion, a lot of times you look at, especially now that we're approaching March, it's not about who's the best team sometimes. It's about who the hottest team is. This Floyd team's coming in here ready. Bobcats have to be ready as well. They're going to shoot the lights out tonight. I would expect them to let 00 and 5 to shoot all night long. And if the Bobcats don't push them off three-point line, they're going to have a good night.
Well, we just have just under 2 minutes before we start this game off. Have the starting lineups here in just a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Bobcat Sports Live. Go ahead and hit the like and share button on Facebook if you've been there already, or on YouTube. Go ahead and share the link. Make sure all the Radford Bobcat fans at home are tuning in tonight. We got a packed gym here in the Denman Center. Your Radford Bobcats looking to take the season series against the Buffaloes here in the Regency Championship. Bobcat Sports Live, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys. Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells.
You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to the Dedman Center, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bobcat Sports Live. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells here at half court to bring you tonight's Region C Championship play-by-play action. Starting lineups are being announced right now for your Floyd County Buffaloes. Number 5, Micah Underwood. Number 12, Gavin Harrington. Number 14, A.J. Cantrell. Number 24, Rylan Swartzel. And his brother, number 40, Caden Swartzel. For the Bobcats, it's number 4, Parker Prelo. Number 20, Elijah Kelly. Number 14, Gavin Cormany. Number 22, Luke Woodard. And rounding off the starting lineups is number 30, Max Knipe. Michael, we're just moments away. Radford's won once, Floyd's won once. The rubber match coming to the Region C Championship. What's the keys for a Bobcat victory tonight?
Yeah, the keys for the Bobcat victory are got to get transition buckets, got to try to out-rebound this Floyd team, got to run up down the floor, got to get them tired. Elijah Kelly has to get to the rim. He has to score 18 points. Gavin Cormany needs to have at least 12 points. He's got to shoot the lights out of the gym. But I need to see Woodard have at least 8 points tonight, and I need to see Parker locking down number 5, shooting the basketball from the Floyd County Buffaloes.
It took junk defense for the Buffaloes to beat Radford at Floyd just a few weeks ago at the end of January. Will they do it tonight? Only time will tell. Both teams getting lined up at the center circle for the Buffaloes. Number 40, Caden Swartzel. For the Bobcats, number 20, Elijah Kelly, looking to tip this thing off. It's a late night, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you're here. Ball is up in the air, and the possession goes to Floyd to start off the Regency Championship for 2023. Floyd coming out. Of course, Bobcats in their notorious man-to-man defense. Floyd taking their time here. One thing to note, but both teams have already gotten used to it, is the larger floor. And it's going to be a foul called against Elijah Kelly here early. He had a blocked shot, and a late whistle comes in, and that's already one foul against Elijah Kelly.
I apologize. That's a rough call right there. Elijah Kelly snatched it out of the air. They said he hit him on the arm. Not even close. I apologize for getting out of character right there. This game's early, and I'm already getting ticked off.
First free throw's up, and ball does not lie. Number 14, A.J. Cantrell, misses the first of 2 free throws.
Well, the reason it's so frustrating is Elijah Kelly has to be dominant in this game for the Bobcats to win. So to him to pick up his first foul 15 seconds into the game, tough break for the Bobcats. Bobcats are not as deep this year as they are in years past, and with Elijah Kelly getting in foul trouble is not good for the Bobcats.
First point of the Regency Championship goes to Floyd, number 14, Cantrell. He gets him on the board. It's 1-0. Less than 30 seconds into this game. Gavin Cormany with it. Falls to the floor. Now the defender goes down. Gavin decides to put a 3 up, and it's good. Not phased at all. And the Bobcats take the lead really quick. It's 3-1.
Gavin Cormany getting off the ground, dribbling his way up and finding an open space and draining the 3. That's what you said. That's a mental game right there. You basically embarrass yourself in front of the whole gym and then knock the 3 down in his eye.
Floyd gets a few Bobcats defenders up in the air, 3's up, and it's going to be well short. Cantrell's shot no good. Max Knipe and Swartzel going for it. It's a tie-up ball. Swartzel knocks the ball out. Gets a warning there, but the possession arrow to the Bobcats.
That's really good rebounding there by Knipe. Knipe has to do that all night. Number 40, Swartzel, is going to be all over the glass. So for him to box out and get that rebound right there is really good effort there by Knipe.
Parker Prela brings it up, swings it over to Max Knipe, top the key, over to Luke Woodard in front of the Floyd bench. Gavin receives that top the key, thinks about a three, back to Luke. Luke squares up, rips through, nothing's there. Floyd defense really stout so far here early in this possession. Elijah Kelly now has it in the corner. He is being draped over by Cantrell. It is a mismatch.
Absolutely.
Goes between his legs into the lane, finds Max Knipe going to the block, goes up with it, no foul, gets his own rebound. Luke Woodard with a three. It's going to be no good. Max fighting for the rebound, and a foul is called against Max Knipe going for the offensive rebound.
Tough break there by Knipe. Knipe got hit on the arm there. This is Bobcat Sports Live, but Knipe got slapped on the arm there going up. Then they call the rebounding foul on him. So tough break there. 2 fouls for the Bobcats, 1 against Kelly and 1 against Knipe.
Foul trouble was the story at Floyd.
Yes,
and
it was.
That's the only reason Buffaloes were allowed to win the first game. And already here tonight, 2 quick fouls against the Bobcats. Floyd puts up a quick three. It is no good. They're jacking threes up all over the place. Ball is loose and it's tipped off Floyd's calf. The referees are convening together, and they're going to give it to the Buffaloes. It went off. Parker Prelo tipped it off of the Buffaloes' shin, and they give it back to Floyd.
Yeah, again, another tough break. Swartzel being face guarded here. Gets it in low here and gets a bucket to go. So Buffaloes up here it's all tied up here, 3-3. Bobcats coming to answer on the other end. Mismatch, Elijah Kelly on the block. They got to feed him the basketball. If he's calling for it, give it to him.
Huge mismatch right there for Elijah. Ironically, the biggest guy on the team for Floyd refusing to guard him, which is Swartz. So Elijah Kelly puts up a shot. It's well left. And Buffalo's come up with a defensive rebound, looking to retake this lead. Scored not at a three. Here comes Floyd in the corner. They drive it to the lane. Spin move on Gavin. The shot is up, and it's good. Nifty little move by number 5, Micah Underwood, gives the Buffaloes the lead 5-3.
Really good move there by Underwood. Normally known for shooting a 3-ball. He just takes Gavin off the dribble. That's a good move, back and forth. This game is going to be close all the way to the wire. Buffalo's up 3-5.
Gavin Cormier with the ball in his hand. He hesitates, looking to take Swartzel off the dribble. The shot is up, and it's good. Swartzel's hand was in his face. Gavin Cormier knocks it back to 5. Buffalo's coming full steam ahead on the primary. They kick it around the perimeter, and they bring it back out for an offense.
Yeah, you know the Bobcats are going to be happy when Gavin Cormier gets going early, and he has 5 points on the contest. Buffaloes have been getting some good looks as Matt Knipe gets a steal and pokes it away.
Here comes Gavin Cormier, trots it up, goes right to left through his legs into the paint, goes up with it, gets a lot of contact, and no foul. Ball's being fought for. 3 defenders down for the Bobcats. Elijah Kelly steals it in the transition, though. He's got a defender all over him as well. He gets away from him, goes into the lane. The floater's up, and it's good. Buffaloes wanted to charge, but it was a block.
Absolutely.
Elijah Kelly going to the free throw line for an and one opportunity.
Here's the thing about Elijah Kelly. When he gets a full head of steam, he's impossible to stop. His arms are so long, his legs are so long, he can get around you. If you make body contact on his side, it's going to be an and one, and he's going to make it. He's going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. For the Bobcats here, Corion Ferguson, Sincere Taylor coming on, Max Knipe, and Woodard going to the bench. Good subs here by the coaching staff, getting the defensive players in here and giving your guys a rest.
Elijah Kelly at the free throw line. Hasn't been the hottest from the line this season, and right there, bounces clearly straight up in the air and comes right down, completes the three-point play.
Hasn't been good on the season is an understatement. 57% on the year. I just call it like I see it. 67%, excuse me.
Deep threes up and no good. Floyd going about the threes really quickly here early. Swartzel's shot is no good.
Good call. Good call.
It's going to be a
great
push-off going for the
great
rebound.
Call. 24, Ryland Swartzel grabbed Ferguson by the arm and pulled it down when he went up for the rebound. I was shocked it was seen, but it was. From this backside official, by the way, had a good view at it.
Didn't take the 2 that were right there at the play. Took the backside official at half court to see that right there.
Hey, but I saw it. I saw it.
You're a good official. That's
why
it is.
I'm also biased.
First quarter, halfway done, 4-minute mark. Bobcats have the lead 8-5. Floyd going to be called for a touch foul That's what their plan is to do, is to punk the Bobcats around the court.
Yeah, well, they got plenty of guys out there, so they all got 5 fouls apiece. So they're going to put it on them a little bit. I mean, you have to – if you're playing a team like Radford, you got to let them know you're in the building. Push them around a little bit. If I'm Floyd, I'd be aggressive too all night.
Currently 0-0, Matt Slusher guarding Elijah Kelly. Matt Slusher's head comes to the chest of Elijah. As you said, Michael, we got to see that mismatch down low.
Yeah, they're pretty much putting on guys they don't mind getting in foul trouble, in my opinion, on Elijah Kelly. And if I'm Elijah Kelly, you got to take him off the dribble as he gets a backdoor cut, goes to the lane, goes up, no good, tipped around. Swartzel's got it, and here comes Floyd.
Great backdoor cut by Elijah. Was unable to finish the floater there. Awkward angle. Here comes Floyd. They're in the corner, back to top of the key, swinging it around. Parker Prelude gets a hand on it, tips out bounce right in front of us. It's going to remain Buffalo ball at half court.
Yeah, really good. Parker is so fast he can get away with those. Now, every once in a while, if I'm number 12, Gavin Harrington, if he hits it off, if Parker goes by me to try to get that steal, I'd take him off the dribble a little bit, try to make him catch up to you, because if he fouls you from behind, you're good to go. But he's so fast, normally it doesn't happen to him. But he might get caught. You never know.
Radford 8, Buffaloes 5, 3:20 remaining. Buffaloes have the ball in their possession. Swartzel fighting hard down low with Ferguson. Gets it. Passes it back out to Underwood. Back around the perimeter. Floyd just rotating around. They drive, and it's going to be a walk against the Buffaloes there on the drive. That travel is called against number 32, Philip Radford. It's going to be another turnover for the Buffaloes.
Corey Turpin checking in for the Buffaloes. So a little bit different lineup here on the floor. A little bit of a foul trouble, a little bit of tired legs here from the Buffaloes early. That's the key thing in this contest. If you're going to run up and down the floor with these Bobcats, I hope you worked on your conditioning in the offseason, because now's not the time to pick it up.
Gavin Cormany, Elijah Kelly, Corian Ferguson, Parker Prelo. Shot is up by Elijah, no good. And Sincere Taylor are the 5 on the court for the Bobcats. Elijah Kelly's fadeaway was just a bit long right there. Buffaloes come up with the ball.
Interesting matchup on the other end, by the way. Harrington was guarding Cormany. He kind of pushed him as he went up to the three-point line. I'd be curious as they call a charge. Corian Ferguson coming off the bench, picking up that charge. We said he's coming in for a defense and rebounding, and he put his stamp on both of those things so far tonight.
Brian Harmon saying that was a flop, but the Buffaloes lowered their shoulder quite obviously for that charge call right there. Everyone in the gym knew it.
Well, that's the thing, and, you know, this is a good crew, whether you think they like to insert themselves in the game or not. This is a good crew. And you see that a lot in college. It may be a little bit of a, you know, but if you put that shoulder into him, you got to call it. It has to be a charge.
Corian was waiting for it, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, when his guy caught it, he was waiting for it. 2:28 remaining in this first quarter. Score hasn't changed. It's still 8-5. Bobcats in the lead. Elijah Kelly at top of the key. Down to Max. Back to Elijah on the drive. Kicks it to Luke Woodard. Luke Woodard shot is up, and it's long. Gavin Cormany with the offensive rebound. He gets clobbered down low, and he's heading to the free throw line for 2 shots. 5 guys fouled him on the head, and the Floyd County fans not liking it for some reason.
Well, the Floyd County Buffaloes think they get all the calls. This is Radford City we're in right now, where there are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 5 fouls for the Buffaloes, 2 fouls for the Bobcats. Gavin Cormany go to the line. 52% free throw shooter on the season, by the way.
Just not acceptable for a shooter like Gavin right here. Looking to turn it around. It's the playoffs now. His first shot is up, and it's good. That's 100% so far, Michael.
I like it.
9-5 is the score, 2-11. Gavin to the free throw line for his second shot.
Well, I'll say what I have to say after this free throw goes in. And it missed. So I was right, 52% on the season stands full.
Here comes Floyd. They're down by 4 now. They've been at 5 for a while. Back when they had the lead 5-3. We're just under 2 minutes here in the opening quarter in the Dedman Center. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells here. It's the Regency Championship game here in Radford, Virginia. Floyd, spin move, kicks it out to the corner. Shot is up, and that one's good. That's 0-0, Matt Slusher.
I said it all day. They did it against James River the other night. Zero is standing in the corner just waiting on the basketball. He's been open all season. And right there, he does exactly what he's supposed to do. Gets a wide open three, and he makes it 8-9.
They are literally holding Elijah as he tried to catch it. There he catches it, gets into the lane. The shot is up. Shot is no good. The soft touch wasn't soft enough to get into the rim. Bobcats still hold a 1-point lead, though. 1:15 remaining in the first. Here comes Floyd, number 4. Corey Turpin. He's looking to pass it off. Sincere Taylor draped all over number 12, Gavin Harrington, who now has the ball. Max Knight denying the post. Floyd bounces it off their foot, sails out of bounds. That's going to be another turnover against the Buffaloes.
14 for the Buffaloes. A.J. Cantrell, who's in foul trouble a little bit, and number 5, Underwood, also with a foul, comes back in for the Buffaloes. This is the three-point shooting team they want on the floor. Maybe not as good on the defensive end, but they can score with the best of them. Floyd does want to run a similar style of offense to Alabama. They want to shoot threes and they want to take layups. That's all they're going to do. Not a lot of mid-range jumpers out of the Floyd County Buffaloes.
Bobcats finally get it in. About 3 or 4 seconds into the count, finally floated up to Gavin, who got it. Corian Ferguson back in the game, giving Elijah Kelly a rest here at the end of the quarter. Max Knipe over to Sincere Taylor. Back to Max at the top of the key. He sails that one, got a little energy to hit that one, sails the rim. Buffaloes come up, 40 seconds remain. They're down by 1. They find the corner. That time, number 0, Suffin doesn't go for it. Buffaloes turn it over again. Now it's being fought for. Max Knipe gets it. Taps it back with Sincere Taylor, who tried to save it. And the officials are saying it's going to be Radford ball, and they reverse it there. It's going to be Buffalo ball. Good call there. Clearly off the Bobcats. Yeah,
just miscommunication there. You know, both teams fighting for it as Parker's going to come back on the floor. 36 seconds left in the period. You know, if I'm the Buffaloes here, I know exactly what I would do. I would get 5 or 14, a wide open three-pointer, you know, off the pass. But I'm no coach here.
Bobcats double teaming the ball handler here. Sincere Taylor flies through the air on the pump fake and fouls.
Yeah.
Before Corey Turpin for a cheap foul there, but a good call nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a great call. Sincere Taylor bails him out there, stuck in no man's land, about to turn the ball over. Just picked up off the feet. That's just a young man, a sophomore, making a sophomore move right there in a big-time game.
Double team was coming again. Buffaloes get out of it this time. 20 seconds remaining. Buffaloes into the lane. The floater's no good. Corian Ferguson, defensive rebound, up to Sincere Taylor. Parker, Woodard, Corian Ferguson, Sincere Taylor, and Max Knipe. A young lineup here. 6 seconds remaining. Corian Ferguson has it. He jacks it up. It's off the mark, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Your Bobcats have the lead by 1, 9-8. We're 3 quarters away from crowning this year's Region C champion. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here in the Denman Center. Hey, Bobcat fans. This is Timothy Warrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Warrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics.
You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to Bobcat Sports Live. We're in the Denman Center. Michael Davis, Timothy Warrells, your Bobcats lead by 1. It's a score of 9-8. Michael, thoughts from the first quarter?
Yeah, I think there's a couple good things to pull out of it, and I think there's a couple bad things to pull out of it. Good thing, Cam Cormany has 6 points to start the game. Not a great stat. Elijah Kelly only has 3 points. Nobody else has scored for the Bobcats. You know, it's tough. Not so bad, but they're pushing Elijah Kelly around a little bit. They're getting onto him. He's got to continue to be aggressive there. Bobcats have played good defense, only allowing 8 points here, but they've only scored 9 points themselves.
Buffalo's going to start the second quarter with possession. Parker Prelo guarding face-to-face, number 12, Gavin Harrington. Buffaloes have shot a lot of threes there in the first quarter. Not many went down except one in the corner. Swartzel backs Corian Ferguson down, puts shot up no good. Corian Ferguson gets the defensive rebound, brings it up himself, and quickly gives it to Gavin, who hesitates. He's going to be called for the travel as he hopped too much right there.
Yeah, Coach Cormany wanted him to take a dribble and shoot the basketball. Just tried to get a little too cute with it. Knew there was some space there, knew he was getting ready to be attacked right there, wanted to fake the shot, but had too much momentum going forward. Tough break there for the Bobcats because I think we would have scored on that possession for sure.
Floyd gets away with one right there off the Bobcat turnover. Floyd's going to square up. The shot is up. And it's good again. That's number 00, Matt Slusher. He's already hit one in the first. That's the second one here, and they regain the lead. It's 11-9.
I told you the scouting report, Timmy. He's going to stand there all night long and shoot the three ball if you let him, and the Bobcats not pushing the Buffaloes off the three-point line tonight, letting them get wide open threes. If you make half of them, you can win the ball game, and that's what the Buffaloes are on pace for right now. They're making half their threes, and right now they're up 11-9.
The Buffaloes, I should say, Matt Slusher is on a 6-0 run. He took the Buffaloes' deficit from 9-5 and gives them the lead at 11-9 as the Bobcats sail the ball out of bounds there. Another turnover for the Bobcats, a slow start for the Cats here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Bobcats look a little dysfunctional here on the offensive end. They can't decide if they want to go to Elijah Kelly, can't decide if they want to go to Kim Cormany. They got to figure it out here. They got to be a little smoother on offense. Just run through the offense a little bit. Plenty of time in this ball game. Only down 2, nothing to be afraid of. And I don't think they are. Just a little antsy here in this first half.
Elijah Kelly, as the the Buffaloes sail it out of bounds. Elijah Kelly shortening the distance between him and Suffin that time on that closeout. Slusher. Yeah, Buffaloes turned it over. A lot of turnovers here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't think he expected it to come. I don't think he expected Kelly to come out on him that fast. He tried to get rid of the ball, and just nobody happened to be there. I'll give Floyd a lot of credit here. They're pushing up on us a little bit at the three-point line. They're not going to give us wide open threes like a lot of teams will to protect that paint. They're face guarding Gavin Cormany right now, and Elijah Kelly has the smallest player on the floor on him. He's got to take advantage of that mismatch, in my opinion. Got to attack the rim and got to score for the Bobcats.
Bobcats swing it around. Corian Ferguson catches it, immediately looking to give it away. Swartzel in his face. Elijah Kelly on the block. Gets the defender up in the air, and he makes it with ease right there. The mismatch worked. Score 11-11, 6 minutes. Buffaloes quickly in transition. Cantrell pump fakes. Looking to give it up himself. Park Preller almost with the steal right there. Buffaloes retrieve it there. Slusher down to the corner. Swartzel on the block. Ferguson pokes it loose. Luke Woodard comes up with it. Gavin Cormany now pushes up to Elijah Kelly. Elijah, a few dribbles. Brings it back out to the 3. He's double teamed now. Over to Gavin. Gavin fakes it. Shot is up with the defender in his face. How in the heck did he make that?
Gavin Cormany, pinky toe on the line there for a 2. I was telling him to swing it across the floor for a wide open Woodard. No, says I, Ninja Star. That thing went right in. Nothing but net, Gavin Cormany.
It's going to be another travel called against the Buffaloes. A slow start for the Bobcats is now slowly going into the veins of the Buffaloes. The last few possessions have been nothing but turnovers. Bobcats have the lead, 13-11, 5:28 remaining here in the first half.
Corian Ferguson getting a much well-deserved break there as Knight comes back on the floor. Ferguson stepped up defensively for the Bobcats right there guarding Swartzel in the paint.
Both student sections exchanging some chants across the court to each other, I should say down the sideline to one another. They're each respectively behind their team's bench. Luke Woodard finds Max Knipe at the free throw line. His shot's up, and it's going to be no good. Gavin Cormany trying to go for the rebound, and he's going to be called for over the back, and that's, I believe that's number 2 on Gavin.
It is his second foul, and I'm not really sure how that's really a foul. Just because someone's in front of you, you don't really make contact. You tip the ball, he's shorter. But I want to take a little dig here at Swartzel a little bit. He's doing a lot of extra chippy stuff after plays, and I'm not really a big fan of it. I think it's going to get him into trouble. I know where I went to school it would have got him in trouble, as the Buffaloes get another wide open 3, missed it, but get the rebound back.
And the ball's being tipped around, and this time a couple of people are diving on the ground, and they're going to say it's going to be Buffalo ball. Coach Cormany telling his team they better get on the floor because that's exactly what Floyd just did, and they earned the possession back.
Absolutely. Floyd's they may be down by 2 points, but they're out hustling the Bobcats right now. They're getting a lot of second-chance opportunities. Wide open 3 again for the Buffaloes. Good. Micah Underwood with 5 points now. Matt Slusher with 6. Micah Underwood with 3. The Buffaloes getting wide open 3s. You make half of them, you win a ball game. That's what they're doing right now.
Score 14-13, Buffaloes with a 1-point lead. Luke Woodard tried to jab step, and he turns the ball over, and Sincere Taylor come to the score table immediately for him.
Yeah, Coach Cormany not happy with it. Tell him to settle down a little bit. Woodard had a good game the other night, only 0 points so far in this first half. Just got to calm down a little bit. The Buffaloes take the lead. Nothing to be afraid of, nothing to rush. Just got to flow in the offense a little bit.
Sincere Taylor's been playing a lot of good defense so far, defensive minutes, and already this half as well. He's back in the game. He's guarding Cantrell. Cantrell's shot is altered by Sincere's defense. Now Elijah Kelly has it down the sideline. He's got 2 defenders on him, tried to go between his legs and turns it over. 3-on-2 opportunity for the Buffaloes. Shot is up, no good for Cantrell. Ball tipped out to Sincere. He finds Elijah. Elijah's going to dunk this thing, and he does! Two-handed slam. Two-handed slam gives the Bobcats the lead. Floyd's quickly coming. Schwartzel is going to be called for the charge. And the Bobcats going to have it right back. Schwartzel clearly lowered his shoulder right there for the charge. Big time turnover once again for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that's Caden Schwartzel's second team foul, and I think he kind of stared down the official right there, and the other one kind of telling him, hey, he's got to watch out a little bit. There's one thing these officials will not tolerate, and that's disrespect a little bit. These guys are a good crew here. Bobcats leading by 1.
He lowered his shoulder.
Sure.
That's a charge. That's a picture-perfect charge.
All day and on Sunday.
Sincere Taylor finds Max Knipe on the block. I don't think Max was ready for it and went between his legs. And a quick turnover, so that charge does nothing to benefit the Bobcats.
Yeah, Woodard coming back on the floor, so Sincere Taylor right there. Bobcats having to play some younger guys tonight in the rotation. But, again, Bobcats with only two seniors. That's Jeremiah Eves and Parker Prelo on the team. The rest, sophomores and juniors.
15-14 is your score, 3.5. Thanks for listening to Bobcat Sports Live. Those who are at home unable to be here in person, if you were in here with us, you'd be just as fired up as Michael and I have been already here in the first
Absolutely.
half.
I feel like I'm in this game as well. They're on the floor, but I'm out there in spirit.
Schwartzel's shot is up and no good. That's Rylan Schwartzel. His shot is, again, offensive rebound, Buffaloes. They kick it back out. A couple of possessions and opportunities here. And Cantrell's shot is blocked by Elijah Kelly, but Underwood's shot is up, and it's no good either. Ball is going to sail out of bounds, and finally the Bobcats get it. Heck of an effort by the Buffaloes. They had 4 opportunities on that possession.
Absolutely. Elijah Kelly gets a block here, but all credit to the Buffaloes. They're out hustling the Bobcats right now. They are doing the things you need to do to win ball games. That's diving on the floor and getting second chance opportunities. They are out rebounding the Bobcats right now, even though the Bobcats have 3 guys on the floor taller than everybody else.
Gavin Cormany on the block finds Parker Prelo on the wing. He goes between his legs a few times, looking to get rid of it. Not much going on right here. Luke Woodard flashes up. Parker still has it. Finds Max over to Luke Woodard. Squares up. Shot is up. And it's good. Lead extended, 18-14. Great looking shot by Luke Woodard.
Yeah, that play was developed as Parker come in and they called a foul on him, little reach-in foul. That play was developed because Harrington over-attacked on Parker to try to steal that ball. It allowed Parker to drive to the paint, kick the ball out to Knipe, and him to get it to Woodard. Woodard, nice 3-ball, gets his first bucket to go of the game. Bobcats up 18-14.
Ill-advised foul right there by Parker Prelo. Buffaloes inbounded underneath their own basket. Way out wide, Cantrell has it in the corner. Up top to Cox. Schwartzel drives. He loses it. That's number 24, Rylan Schwartzel. His big brother's on the bench with foul trouble so far. Gavin has it. We're approaching 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Your Bobcats lead 18-14.
Yeah, I like that possession by the Bobcats there. They just slowed it down, been running up and down the floor a little bit. It's gotten them in trouble a couple of times, so just take their time there, and Elijah Kelly has a chance to answer.
His shot is up, and it's good. 3-point bucket by Elijah Kelly. Lead extended to 7 now. Gavin Harrington tried to initiate contact by Parker. Parker avoided it. He almost lost it. And what a shot by Rylan Schwartzel. It took about 5 steps for him to get into that. He falls to the ground, makes the bucket, and he's heading to the free throw line for an and 1 opportunity.
Yeah, that was the 6th team foul. So both teams with 6 team fouls, 1 more foul apiece, and they're going to go to the 1-and-1 as Sincere Taylor comes into the ball game for Parker. I believe that was his 2nd foul of the evening.
Rylan Schwartzel's shot is no good. 3-point opportunity failed. Bobcats retain their 5-point lead. 21-16, minute and a half remaining in this first half. Gavin brings it up, gives it to Sincere Taylor, catches it in front of the Floyd bench. Elijah Kelly goes the backdoor cut. Now he pops back up forward. Sincere still holding the ball. Coach Cormier yelling, move the ball. He finally gives it up to Gavin at the tip of the Radford logo.
Yeah,
Cormier wants to turn this offense over.
Bobcats just not moving here. No one's moving without the basketball. If you watch a game in the NBA, especially the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, they're moving constantly without the basketball. Bobcats being very stagnant on offense right now.
Gavin Cormany's shot is up and no good. He gets fouled. It's going to be a shooting foul, and he's going to be heading to the free throw line for 3 shots. I thought it was going to be 2 shots, but it's 3.
Yeah, we got a blue line back here. He shot it from behind the red one. That's how that works here in high school basketball. But, however, it's a tough break for the Buffaloes. But it's unnecessary. He shot the 3. The first guy probably got away with the foul, and the second guy cleaned his clock, knocked him down. So with 59 seconds, you give a guy who takes a wild 3, misses it, he gets to go to the line. Good break for the Bobcats.
Gavin's first shot is up, and it's good. Lead goes to 6 now. The largest lead of the night for the Bobcats was just a few minutes ago. It was a 7-point lead. It's 21-14 at one point. It's 22-16 now. Gavin, 2 more free throws here. His second shot is up, and it's good. Corian Ferguson entering the game now for the senior, number 30, Max Knight. Gavin Cormany at the free throw line for his 3rd free throw on this trip. A few dribbles, his shot is up, and it's no good. Ball being tipped around, though. Corian Ferguson comes up with the offensive rebound, so immediate impact. Gavin Cormany gets 2 defenders in the air. He's double-teamed now. Corian Ferguson in the corner. Dribbles himself out. Finds Sincere Taylor at the top of the key. 45 seconds remaining. Bobcats with a 7-point lead. Elijah Kelly with the ball. He gets into the lane. Over to Luke Woodard. Luke Woodard at the free throw line. Shot is up. No good. Probably had a shot originally. Floyd about loses it, and they do. They give it to Corian. Elijah gets into the lane. A lot of body contact there. He gets fouled, and he's heading to the free throw line for 2 shots.
I think he said it was on the shot there. It looked like he come down, and I'm fine with it. We'll take it. So he'll go to the line right there. But Buffalo's being careless with the basketball, turning it over. Good job on Corian Ferguson coming into the game, making immediate impact.
Elijah Kelly. First free throw is up, and it's no good.
You know, I'll give the Buffaloes credit, whether they knew it or not. Sending Elijah Kelly to the free throw line is probably the best thing when he's got a wide open dunk or he's got to shoot free throws. That's probably the best outcome for them.
Elijah's second free throw's up now. It's in the air, and that one's nothing but net. So he goes 50% from the free throw line and gives the Bobcats the largest lead of the evening thus far. 30 seconds remaining in the first half, and it's an 8-point game.
Bobcats 5 for 8 from the free throw line so far tonight. 24-16, 20 seconds to go.
Radford with a little 2-2-1 press to slow down Floyd, keep them out of the rhythm here at the end of the half. Floyd breaks it with ease. Now Radford back in a 2-3 zone.
14 seconds to go. If I'm the Buffaloes, I try to get a wide open 3 here out of 5 or 14.
They reverse the ball across court. Underwood's 3's up, and it's good. Big-time bucket for the Buffaloes. Gavin has it. He heaves it. It's going to be well short. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the first half. Your Bobcats lead 24-19. You don't want to go anywhere. We're crowning a Regency champion tonight. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Bobcat fans. This is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows.
You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to the Dedman Center, ladies and gentlemen. Bobcat Sports Live. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells. Your Bobcats are up by 5. It's the score 24-19. It was a hotly contested matchup, as we coined there in the pregame, Michael. But before we talk about kind of what all went down in the first half, give us some of the statistics that you've got with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We start with the Floyd County Buffaloes. Exactly what I expected to happen tonight. The Floyd County Buffaloes shooting a lot of threes and getting a lot of open looks here. Matt Slusher has 6 points. Micah Underwood has 8 points. A.J. Cantrell with 1. Rylan Swartzel with 2. Caden Swartzel with 2. Caden Swartzel had to sit the last 3 minutes of the half on the bench, and it really affected the Floyd County Buffaloes, especially not so much rebounding the basketball, but controlling the paint there. He takes up a lot of space, and he can rebound. The Buffaloes did get a lot of second-chance opportunities, even with him on the bench. However, he does control the paint a little bit, especially on the defensive end. Going over to your Bobcats, Luke Woodard with 3. No surprise, Gavin Cormany start the game off hot. 10 points in the first half, and Elijah Kelly with 11 points, leading all scorers. So Gavin Cormany 10, Elijah Kelly with 11, Luke Woodard with 3, and that's how the Bobcats got 24 points there in the first half.
Largest lead of the night for the Bobcats was 24-16 before the Buffaloes came down against the 2-3 of the Bobcats and was able to find a hole and a wide-open shot to bring it to what it is right now, 24-19, and that's what it's going to be to start off this second half. Michael, as you mentioned, senior number 40, Caden Swartzel, 2 fouls there, sat on the bench there at the end of the half. Critical moment for the Buffaloes and for the Bobcats right there.
Yeah, it absolutely was. I mean, he's been a pest all night for the Bobcats. You know, guarding him in the paint, whether you like it or not, is tough. You know, he rebounds the basketball very well. He's aggressive in the post. He's a guy you have to foul or, you know, kind of got to give him respect there. He's been dominant in the paint, so for him to sit on the bench there is really good. It allows the Bobcats to open the floor a little bit. When he's on the bench, they have to bring in Gus Chafin, not doing a whole lot for the Buffaloes tonight on the offense or defensive end, so he's kind of just taking up space out there. It allows the Bobcats to get in the paint a little bit. Buffaloes have to go smaller in the paint. However, it does allow the Buffaloes to get more shooters on the floor, but if you're the Bobcats on the offensive end, you have to, when he's on the bench, you have to attack the paint over and over again.
Gavin and Elijah both together have 21 of the 24 points of the Bobcats. Luke Woodard's the only other guy that has scored. He had a big-time 3 there after he came out of the game for a turnover, came back in, knocked down the 3. Michael, we've talked about this season. We love having Gavin and Elijah. They are guaranteed scorers every game. But how far in a game like tonight and how far later into the state playoff can you go with just 2 guys scoring the basketball?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It kind of almost depends. This is going to be a weird answer, too. It almost depends on who you're playing, right?
Yeah.
If they're hot, they're hot, and they're impossible to stop. But on a night that one of them may not be so much and the other guys carry the load, it's going to be tough when one guy has to score more than 25 points to keep you in a ball game, right?
Yes.
You saw against Gretna the other night, the Bobcats secondary stepped up, and that's what they have to do, in my opinion, in the second half. You can, you kind of assume Gavin Cormany. I believe Elijah Kelly is averaging 18 points a game on the season, Gavin in the 12 range. But someone else is going to have to step up. Even if, let's say Elijah has 20 points, Gavin has 12 points, that's only 32 points. So if you're going to score 50-something points a night, 60 points a night, someone has to score.
Right.
And so Can you continue to do it throughout the playoffs? Maybe, possibly, but a basketball is not won with one individual player. It's a team sport. It is the game, in my opinion, that one player can change the outcome of a game. However, if you're going to win a basketball game, everyone has to be involved, and everyone has different roles, offense, defense. However, guys like Luke Woodard, guys like Corian Ferguson, Sincere Taylor, Max Knipe have to step up on the offensive end and score a few buckets for the Bobcats.
I think, speaking of Corian Ferguson, a difference maker, under the radar difference maker, role player, tough, gritty guy that played a lot of good minutes there in the first half, didn't he?
Absolutely. Coming off the bench there, he immediately made an impact, getting the rebound off the missed shot by Elijah Kelly off the free throw. Turns the ball. It gives the Bobcats another possession. It actually was what made Luke Woodard hit that three there. Yep. So he is having good minutes on the defensive end. You hope that continues, and that's what he has to do to get more minutes in the ball game. However, I want some guys to step up offensively. I'm looking at a guy like Parker Prelo. Earlier in the season, had 18 points in a game and has been essentially relatively quiet the rest of the season offensively. Has 0 points tonight. Known, just like his older brother was, known for his defense, known for his speed. However, if he's open, he has to look for a shot. There's been a couple guys tonight. Max Knipe has taken a couple shots. There's been a few times Max Knipe, Luke Woodard, Sincere Taylor, and Parker have all been wide open and just have refused to shoot the basketball. I don't believe that's a coaching. I believe that is I miss most of the time, and I'm not going to miss in this big of a game. However, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If they never take them, they're not going to make them.
In the Allegheny game just a few days ago, that was kind of the thing that we kept mentioning on the sideline. Parker's got to look for a shot. Max has got to look for a shot. Those guys have to look for that shot to open the offense up and make the defense respect them and look at different options. Right now, if you're Floyd, you're coming out, and if I'm Brian Harmon, I'm looking at my guys and saying, look, guys, 2 guys are beating us right now. They've got 21 of the 24 points. We got to keep all eyes on there. They use junk defense at Floyd to win. I wouldn't be shocked at all if they come out and do the same thing here in the second half.
I agree with you. They kind of did a little bit. We talked about Harrington coming out. With Sutphin having Schwartzel, having 2 fouls, it makes it a little bit tougher. However, I would expect them to do exactly what they should do. They're going to guard Gavin Cormany. They're going to try to stop Elijah Kelly. If I'm the Buffaloes, I'll let everyone else shoot the ball. 9 times out of 10, it's a better shot as if Elijah Kelly or Gavin shoot the ball if anyone else on the floor does.
Well, we're just over 30 seconds. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Your Bobcats lead 24-19. We're 1 half away from crowning this year's Regency Championship.
Hey, Bobcat fans. This is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcat.
You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to the Dedman Center, ladies and gentlemen. Bobcat Sports Live, Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells here, center court. Your Bobcats lead 24-19, and your Bobcats have the possession to begin the second half. Whistle's blown. Luke Woodard in front of us gets it into Parker Prelo. We're 1 half away, Michael, from crowning this year's Regency champion.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. Only 24 points and 19 points respectively. I would expect the offenses to pick up. I'll give Floyd a lot of credit here in the first half. They played like a team that is gritty. They're going to try to grit one out. They're trying to play defensively, lock you down, bump you around a little bit. I'll give them a lot of credit. They played gritty. Can they continue to do that the whole second half? We'll find out. Holding the Bobcats to 24.5 is not too bad.
Yeah, Gavin Cormany, step back threes up and no good. But Parker Prelo with the offensive rebound. Luke Woodard now finds Gavin going down the lane. Alters his shot. He makes it over Schwartzel. And the lead goes back to 7 for the Bobcats.
Really good rebound by Parker. No one else went for the basketball. He jumped out the gym to get it and kind of came down with it. A guy who's not scoring offensively has to do those little things to help his team out.
Schwartzel on the block for the Buffaloes, gets the defense up in the air. Pump fake worked. He gets the bucket to go. He equals the bucket for the Bobcats, 26-21, and Coach Cormany taking a quick timeout. And Michael, as a former player,
Yeah, absolutely. When Coach Cormany comes out and takes a quick timeout, his first timeout of the game after you just give up a bucket underneath, Caden Schwartzel immediately making an impact at the second he's on the floor, going right down into the post and getting a bucket between two Bobcats defenders. Coach Cormany not happy, especially coming out of the locker room, giving up that easy bucket and coming back out. 1 minute to go, or 1 minute ticked off in the half, and Coach Cormany already fired up here.
And not really sure what he was instructing the team there, but he wasn't happy. He realizes that how big every minute here. I say it all the time, Michael, the first 3 minutes of the second half is what wins and loses ball games.
Absolutely.
And Cormany knows that.
Well, he hasn't been a coach since 1803 and not know that. So he understands what he's doing here. And just say, hey, guys, we got to wake up. Floyd's going to come out of this game and try to play Elijah Kelly, getting to the rim. Good rebound by Knipe. Looks like it's stolen away, tipped, and a foul is going to be called. That foul is on Ryland Schwartzel. That is team foul number 1, first foul in the half.
Bobcats able to get 2 offensive rebounds already here in the second half. They inbound underneath their own basket. Parker up to Gavin at the top of the key. Gavin hands it off to Parker, to Max at the top. Luke Woodard now, a couple of screen actions going on in the block. Gavin has it on the block. He's thought about being double-teamed, and yet he brings it out. Micah Underwood all over him.
Yeah, I don't think Schwartzel's coming out of that paint there at all, as Gavin Cormany's fouled on the shot. Goes right up into Micah Underwood's chest. So he'll go to the line. And that's the reason he wasn't double-teamed. Schwartzel not willing to pick up another foul here, not coming out of the paint for the Floyd County Buffaloes.
Gavin Cormany at the free throw line for 2 shots here. Bobcats have the lead 26-21 if you're just tuning in. His first shot is up, and it is good. Rattles around all the rim and finally goes down. Scored 27-21 now. Gavin looking to go 2 for 2 from the line. Few dribbles, his shot is up, and it is good. 28-21, 6:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Parker Prela waiting for Gavin Harrington across half court. Now he meets him.
Gavin Cormany, 52% free throw shooter on the year. 5 for 6 tonight in this big contest.
Gavin reached in as soon as Caden Schwartzel got it, and he's going to be called for the reach and foul. That's going to be Gavin's. Sounds like they said second, so I have my tallies wrong right there. Second personal against Gavin for the night.
Max Knipe talking with the official here, asking if he could watch Schwartzel, gripping him up on the back there on the interior pass.
It's like Bobcats back in the zone. They played zone 1 possession in the first half, and Floyd was able to find an avenue and found a 3. See what they do here.
Yeah, they've played a lot of zone this year, but one thing this 2-3 zone gives you, as Max Knipe pokes it out, but a wide-open three-pointer is good. Micah Underwood with his 3rd three-pointer of the contest. He has 11 points, leads all scorers for the Buffaloes, 28-24.
Gavin gets himself in the air, look to pass it, and he turns it over. Here comes Floyd. Ryland Schwartzel to Underwood, back to the top of the key. Now Caden Schwartzel dribbles into the lane. The high floater is good. What a move by Caden Schwartzel, and all of a sudden the Bobcat lead is dwindled down to 2, 28-26. Elijah Kelly coming down the middle lane, kicks out to Luke Woodard, squares his feet up. That shot is short. Floyd going for the defensive rebound. Luke Woodard bumps into him. It's going to be a foul called against the Bobcats.
Yeah, Woodard, frustrating foul right there. Misses the wide-open 3 and then comes and makes the foul. I'm surprised Sincere Taylor wasn't immediately poked to get him out of there right there. Just a tough break for the Bobcats. All momentum now in Floyd County's hands. They have a chance to tie this or take the lead as they're down 2.
Momentum certainly in the black and yellow jerseys, not the black and gold.
They say it's gold. It's clearly yellow.
And that shot by little brother Schwartzel there is good. The score's tied now. Floyd fans all to their feet. They're fired up. They're on a little mini run here. They took the Bobcat lead of 7 and raced that thing. It's 28-28.
Yeah, basketball is a game of runs. Can you stop the run? Can you go on one? of your own. Bobcats have to get some offense. They try to get it to Elijah Kelly. They do. He has it dribbling towards the basket, goes up, and it's sent to the third row, and a foul is going to be called. That foul is on Caden Schwartzel. I believe that's his third personal foul. Let's see what Harmon does here. Does he keep him in? If I'm Harmon, I say, look, if we're in this game, we got to play him. However, there's still 4 minutes in the third. You got to get him out for a couple minutes, no?
Harmon's not sending anyone to the score table. Meanwhile, Elijah Kelly's first free throw is up, and good. Coach Cormany was wanting an intentional foul called against there. I thought it was just a good, clean, hard foul against Elijah.
I do too. And now they do bring in 0-0 Matt Slusher, and they decide instead of bringing in 54 or 32 Philip Radford or Isaac Bishop, they're saying we're just going to send out our senior Matt Slusher. He's already made 3 threes. We're going to go small against this bigger Radford lineup, and we're going to try to shoot him out of the gym instead of trying to beat him up down low.
Second free throw up, and it is good for Elijah Kelly. He gives the Bobcats the lead once again, 30-28, 4.5 remaining here in the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Bobcat Sports Live. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells here in the Dedmon Center Regency Championship game. Both teams advance, but only one team gets the pride of a championship tonight.
Buffalo's a little stagnant on their threes. It's not like they're timid. They just need to shoot those things up. The more they shoot, the more opportunities they get as the Bobcats almost commit a turnover, but a little bit of a chance the Buffaloes have to take the lead back.
Yeah, Floyd spin move, foul, and good. That's number 12, Gavin Harrington. He took a lot of contact there, made the bucket, and that boy has a chance to give the Buffaloes the lead once again.
Gavin Harrington used to go to Radford City Schools, 4th school in the last 2 years. Finally found a school that will let him play on the basketball team as he gets his first bucket of the contest. I missed who that foul was on, by the way.
I did too. I was trying to. Scorekeeper Gary Davis was confused too about 800 horns.
Bleeping the horn right there. It sounded like, somebody in church.
Free throw's good and one, so Floyd has the lead. It's been back and forth so far in the first half, as you would imagine. Any of the Radford-Floyd matchups over the years. Gavin Cormany has it double-teamed. Max Knight over to Parker. Parker squares his feet up. It's up and no good. Looked good from here, but no good. Floyd comes down with the rebound. Harrington full steam ahead, goes up with the layup. Parker Prello with the hard foul. Harrington going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I like it. I like 2 things by Parker on that. I actually like the shot right there. He's got a wide open look, and they're going to give it to him. If he doesn't take some of those every once in a while, they're never going to guard him. I actually like the foul on the other end. It's just tough. Otherwise, it's a wide open 3. A wide open layup. Harrington knocks it down. Parker will go to the bench, and Woodard will come in for him. Harrington just knocked down the first free throw, going for a second.
Harrington's second shot is going to be long. Max Knight going for a rebound. He was draped all over. No call there. Ball sails out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. Bobcats trailing now 32-30. They've seen a lead as much as 8 in the first half. Immediately erased. They saw the lead of 7 here in the second half. We still got 3.5 left here in this third quarter.
I love the strategy here by the Floyd County Buffaloes on defense. They got a man following Gavin all the way down the floor and a guy following Elijah Kelly all the way down the floor. As Rylan Schwartzel almost gets teed up here, they call a foul on him, and he throws the ball up in the air. They're talking to him right now, but look, guys, you got to take control of this game. I am biased on Bobcat Sports Live, but if I'm an official in football, the flag would have come out. Why didn't the T come out right now?
Elijah Kelly at the free throw line. He's got 2 free throws. His first shot is up, and it's no good. Rattles in and out. Should have been a technical. Schwartzel threw the ball in the air and continued talking to the official. Both Schwartzel brothers pretty good for that. Just saying. For those at home, you're not here. So
you're not here. We're trying to explain what's going on as our eyes. But, again, the best thing for the Buffaloes is to send the Bobcats to the free throw line over giving way. 2 points is always worse than 1. And that's what happened right there. Elijah Kelly went 1 for 1 from the free throw line.
Floyd has the lead, 32-31. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Cantrell gets it into the lane. His floater is way off the mark. Elijah Kelly gets it. Guys all over him once again. He's going to bring it up himself, finds Gavin on the wing. He decides to put the shot up, and it's good! What a shot. He had two guys literally holding him by the arm as he went by him. Stepped back. Bobcats now have the lead by 2.
Gavin Cormany now with 17 points on the contest. Has 7 points here in the third. Had 10 in the first half. As the Bobcats turn the ball over. And a lot of contact both ways. Ball's going out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to be Bobcat basketball. Floyd fans not happy. Bobcats fans weren't happy, but hey, Bobcat basketball. 2:33 to go. Harmon's not thrilled. Neither is the Bobcat bench. Nobody's happy.
How no technicals for either team has been called here. I mean, it's pretty remarkable
to
this point.
This is what you get when the Bobcats play the Buffaloes. Heated rivalry in basketball in all sports. And so it gets chippy, and that's what this game's getting right now is Harrington. I believe they're going to – that basket should count, right? They're saying it's on the floor before the shot, which I probably agree with technically. Gavin tried to sneak it in there. It's not going to count. They're going to inbound underneath the basket.
Play.
And Coach Fisher, by the way, getting on Harmon's bottom right now. I about said a word I wasn't supposed to. Harmon and Fisher going at it from the benches.
That was a dirty play.
It was. Ran right through him.
He came from the bottom of the key and literally took 2 forearms and shoved the screener in the chest.
Yeah, this thing's getting chippy. I would expect a technical being called somewhere. Last time these two faced off, Coach Cormany got a technical, and 2 of them, and got taken out of the contest late in the game. Elijah Kelly with it. This game's getting chippy.
Elijah Kelly takes it to the lane, and he finishes it with the layup behind with his back to the rim. A finish that was awesome right there by Elijah Kelly. Gives the Bobcats the lead up to 4 again.
Harrington answers on the other end with a scoop shot of his own. Harrington just with 5 points, but they've come all in this third period. Nothing like blow for blow. This is like 2 prize fighters back in their heyday. Blow for blow. This game is going to come down to the wire, and we still have 1:40 to go in the third.
36-34, 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Elijah Kelly gets shoved out of bounds. It's going to be an inbound under the basket for the Bobcats. That's 6 fouls already against Floyd here in the second half, 4 for the Bobcats.
If I'm the Bobcats here, I'll try to go to Elijah Kelly on a lob here underneath the basket. They like going to this. They used to run it, and it looks like they're going to – he was wide open calling for it. Elijah Kelly wants the basketball on the block, and they're just not giving it to him.
Elijah's got to get in front of the defender. He just kind of leans on his back. He's got to get in front of the defender, make that shorter defender fight him. It's probably going to be a foul no matter what.
It would be.
He's got to fight a little bit more. Elijah Kelly goes behind his back here. Shot is up, no good. Max Knipe with the offensive rebound, and the putback is good. We need that out. Number 30, Max Knipe, score 38-34. Bobcats, 1 minute remaining here in the third.
Max Knipe making his first bucket. Harrington trying to answer, gets stripped away by Sincere Taylor, and he is frustrated with the call as the official kind of bucked back up to him a little bit. This thing is going to get out of hand in the sense that the officials are going to have to take control. And one thing you don't want is the officials to have to take control back, because what it comes down to is foul, 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 technical. That's how they take control of games.
Well, the officials are going to have to set the tone either way for against either of these teams, because both teams are starting to get a little mouthy. And you got to keep the respect of where it is right here. Nonetheless, we're under 1 minute. Floyd has it. They inbound it from their own underneath their own basket, 38-34. Harrington has it at the top of the key. He finds Underwood on the block. Underwood receives a screen, decides not to take it, passes it up. Harrington drives to his left, gets into the lane, finds Underwood at the top key. His shot is up and no good. Bobcats not going for the rebound. Now they do, but Floyd's going to win that battle. Harrington spin move. Elijah Kelly sends it the other way, gets his own rebound off the block. Gavin Cormany across half court, 30 seconds remain. Gavin gets it to the lane. Gets a lot of body contact. He's heading to the free throw line for 2 shots.
I was going to commend the hustle by the Floyd County Buffaloes. That was all 4 guys going after the rebound. Bobcats, everyone's trying to get back in offense. The Bobcats have to send guys to the boards. They got lucky that Elijah Kelly was playing safety there and blocked it, and now Gavin Cormany on the other end will go to the line.
Floyd certainly has been out hustling the Bobcats all game so far, all the 50-50 balls. Gavin's first free throw is up, and it is good. Bobcats get the lead back, and it's already built back up to 5, 39-34, 22 seconds remaining. here in the third quarter. Gavin Cormany at the free throw line. His shot is up, and it is good.
Gavin Cormany now with 19 points in the game. 22 seconds to go. Max Knipe checking in for Gavin Cormany with 22 seconds, giving him that extra 30-second break there.
Got to make sure he doesn't pick up a cheap personal foul.
Sure.
Shocked Elijah Kelly didn't get out either, just to give him a breather. But nonetheless, Corian Ferguson, Sincere Taylor, Max Knipe, Elijah Kelly, and Luke Woodard on the court right now for the final 12 seconds. Harrington walks the ball across. Kicks it over to the corner to Cantrell. Backdoor cut by Harrington. Goes up with Elijah Kelly. Goes straight up. Alters a shot. Luke Woodard now with 2 seconds on the shot. He's it for half court. Hits the rim. And that's 3 quarters down. 1 to go. Your Bobcats fell behind for a little while in the third, but find the lead back. It scored 40-34. Bobcats over the Buffaloes. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans.
You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to the Dedman Center. 40-34 is your score. The Bobcats over the Buffaloes, 8 minutes away from crowning this year's Regency champion. Both teams move on nonetheless, but only one will walk out the champion tonight. Michael, 1 quarter to go. What in the world is going on in your brain right now?
Well, a lot of things are going on in my brain. It's a little nerve-wracking here because the Buffaloes, in my opinion, have actually been outplaying the Bobcats tonight. They've out-hustled them on the boards. They've out-hustled them for loose balls. They've just not had the breaks. When you cannot stop Gavin Cormany, he has 19 points. When you cannot stop Elijah Kelly, he has 15 points in this contest. The rest of the Bobcats, 5 total points, make up the 40 points for the Bobcats. If I'm the Buffaloes, you have to start taking the wide-open threes here in the second half. They've kind of given up on those. That's all they've taken, but they've been trying to get to the rim here as Elijah Kelly sends it back. You can't get to the rim with Elijah Kelly all the way on a breakaway. Stops it, picks up his dribble, and sets it right back up for the Bobcats.
Yeah, back to the top of the key to Luke Woodard. Elijah Kelly with another block to his name this evening. Ball got poked out, or that would have been another one-handed slam for him in the transition.
That's the thing about this Buffaloes offense. They were shooting so many threes in the first half, and now they're trying to attack the paint. That's fine. Elijah Kelly is there every single time. It's not going to work when a guy's 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan.
Caden Swartzel is guarding Parker Prelo. Parker Prelo finally gives it up. Elijah Kelly over to Luke Woodard. Luke squares up, ball on his hip. Bobcats in no hurry. Now Coach Cormany said, take your time, guys. Take your time. 6-point lead.
Well, here's the thing. If you can knock off a minute and a half possession, give the ball to Elijah Kelly and attack the rim as I was saying it. He does it and gets it to go. Elijah Kelly now 17 points on the contest. If you can take a minute and a half off and still score, you're going to win the ball game. Can the Buffaloes answer as they're now down 8?
Bobcats matched their largest lead of the evening. They were up 24-16 at one point in the first half. They're up 42-34 here in the fourth quarter. Caden Swartzel on the block. Gets his shot blocked this time by Gavin Cormany. Sails out of bounds.
They called that and saying it's off the Buffaloes. I thought Gavin Cormany knocked it out of bounds there on the block shot. They're saying it then went again off of the Buffaloes. Tough break there, but I can't see. I'm all the way over here.
Nonetheless, Brian Hardman
he didn't argue.
Not arguing it.
Didn't argue.
He was over there. Bobcats have it for the first time of the evening. They have an opportunity to go up by double digits. Elijah Kelly on the block, gets double teamed this time by Cantrell. Swartzel helping. Elijah Kelly goes up, gets hit in the mouth. No foul. Luke Woodard at the top of the key. Over to Gavin for a three.
A little bit
That's
long.
going to be short. Not needed right there.
That
Long
was Steph
shot.
Curry range right there for Gavin Cormany. Buffalo's trying to answer on the other end. They don't. Number 5, Micah Underwood, shoots the 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Parker. I will give the Bobcats a lot of credit here in this second half. Every time the Buffaloes have attacked the basket, been help defense on the backside. If I'm the Buffaloes, I attack the paint there and look for the wide open. If 2 guys are attacking you at the rim, there's got to be somebody open on the court.
Absolutely. Bobcats get away with an ill-advised shot there by Gavin. I mean, Underwood had a great look right there. He's been knocking them down all night. Nonetheless, they survive. Another team foul called against the Buffaloes. Parker Prelude at the free throw line for a 1-1.
Underwood has knocked down 3 threes in this contest, has 11 points, leading scorer for the Buffaloes right now. So you're right. Bobcats got away with one, and Parker goes to the line, misses.
Parker Prelude misses the free throw. Cantrell has it. Parker draped all over him. Harrington has it. Left-handed layup, no good. Gavin Corbney has it. Defensive rebound. Elijah Kelly now bringing it up in transition. He's got Swartzel in front of him. Pump fake. Shot is up. No good. Swartzel with the defensive rebound to his little brother. Harrington to Underwood. Underwood drives, loses the ball, sails out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I shouldn't have had that popcorn there at the halftime break. Wouldn't have lost the ball. Number 4, Corey Turpin checking in for the Buffaloes for 40. Caden Swartzel. Buffaloes look a little out of sorts here on the offensive end here in this fourth period, allowing the Bobcats to kind of extend their lead a little bit here. Parker is now going to bring the ball up the floor for the Bobcats. Timmy, if you're the Bobcats here, you try to take a minute off. Then what do with the basketball?
You want to have good looks. You don't need anything like that. Corbney finally takes the timeout. Elijah Kelly was a little off balance down low. You don't want to slow it up so much that you make your guys tight.
Yep.
You know, that's what I hate seeing in basketball teams, especially in games like this, the championship game.
Make
anything can make you feel tight. So you got to find a good-looking shot. The shot that Gavin took was not good a few possessions ago. So that's what Corbney's probably telling him. Let's run through the offense. Let's make the defense make a mistake.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's still a flow of a game. You see this a lot. Rick Barnes does it better than anybody. You'll have a 12-point lead, and then he changes the entire offense, and then you lose the lead and end up losing the ball game. You have to continue to play your style of offense. The Bobcats love to take time off the floor, or off the clock, but that's because they have guys like Elijah Kelly who can attack the rim. They have guys like Cam Corbney who can shoot a wide-open three and make it. But sometimes it's better to just flow the offense a little bit and not be too stagnant. I agree with you.
Bobcats coming out of the timeout. 5:22 remaining. Score 42-34. Bobcats over the Buffaloes. Regency Championship. Parker Prelo in the corner. Gavin Corbney posting up hard on the block. Parker shifts it back out to Elijah. And now the offense is almost slowed down to a standstill right now for the Bobcats, and they turn it over. Slusher with the layup, and it's good, and that's not what you want. Bobcats slowed up their offense to the point of a standstill, and they turned the daggone ball over, and Floyd has a little bit of life in them now.
I was getting ready to say, as they turn the ball over again, Swartzel, 40, comes up with it, and Cam Corbney fouls him going up. Swartzel kind of gets up in his face a little bit. You know, nothing crazy. Reached the arm in there, hit him on the arm. No big deal. You got to foul him at the rim. You're not going to let him just shoot the basketball. As the officials are coming in, and that is going to be the 7th team foul on the Bobcats, as Swartzel will go to the line. And Corbney and Swartzel having still words here in the free throw line.
These fans behind us are fueled up, man. Swartzel's first free throw's up, and it's good.
Swartzel held in check tonight for the most part. That is just his 7th point on the contest. Was in foul trouble early. I believe only has 3 fouls in the contest now, but picked up 2 early in the game.
Bobcats are not a half-court offense. They need to just keep the transition, which has got them the lead, and keep building this lead. Instead, we've slowed down the game. Swartzel hits 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 8-point lead immediately down to 4 after the timeout for the Bobcats. Floyd coming out full court press now, which could help the Bobcats if we just go ahead and break this thing and attack the rim. Gavin Corbney needs to get it across half court. He's got Harrington on him. He finally crosses half court. Parker Prelo looking for a ball screen. Gavin breaks it, gets into the lane, goes up with it. Contact, no foul. Max Knipe offensive rebound. Back up to Parker, resetting the offense into the hands of Elijah Kelly.
4.5 to go. Buffaloes with 2 turnovers here. Brought the lead as a foul is going to be called on number 14, A.J. Cantrell. As Swartzel, offense for defense, is coming back in. The Bobcats are going to go to the line. That's a 19th foul for the Buffaloes. And Elijah Kelly will go to the line. Elijah Kelly, 5 for 7 tonight from the free throw line. Bobcats shooting well above their free throw percentage on the season.
Elijah Kelly at the line, takes a few dribbles. The shot is up, and it's good. Lead back to 5 for the Bobcats. 4:26 remaining in this ball game. Bobcats have been up 2 different times by 8 points. Elijah Kelly at the line once again. Sincere Taylor comes flying up to the scores table. Shot is up, and it's good. Substitution for the Bobcats. Sincere Taylor comes in for number 22, Luke Woodard. Bobcats up by 6, 4:26. If you're tuning in, welcome to Bobcat Sports Live. Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells. We're here in the Denman Center. Just over 4 minutes from crowning this year's Regency champion. Bobcats, 2-2-1 press to get the Buffaloes out of rhythm. If they drop back to 2-3, though, the Buffaloes have had no issue breaking the zone with some threes. Swartzel now has it into the lane. Kicks it back out to Harrington. Harrington's shot is up. No good. Gavin gets the defensive rebound. Swartzel swipes in. Gavin goes by him. Elijah Kelly in the lane. Goes up with it. Almost loses it. He wanted a foul. Buffaloes aren't waiting for him. They're going to transition. Cantrell falls to the ground, and it's going to be a travel called against the Buffaloes. Buffaloes wanted to foul Parker. Parker just came in, cut him off, and Cantrell fell.
Yeah, he kind of touched the ball there a little bit. I'm actually surprised they didn't just call like a jump ball even. He had the ball. You could have argued maybe he knocked it out of bounds. So I'm cool with it. Buffalo fans not happy, but 44-38 to go with 3.5 to go in the game.
Elijah Kelly was attacking Swartzel and decided to kick it back out. Sincere Taylor at the top of the key. Floyd goes in for the reach-in foul, number 00, Matt Slusher. And Sincere Taylor heading to the free throw line. It might be a lot of free throws here in the last 3 minutes, Michael.
Absolutely. The Cantrell getting up in the official's face here. He's called the same 2 fouls in a row, and they've both been hand checks at the top of the key. These guys, 2 of these guys do low-level college, and that's what they call in college basketball all the time, to let you body each other up in the paint. However, you do some ticky-tack check fouls at the top, and they'll call it every time.
Sincere Taylor hit 2 big threes against Allegheny, and he hits a big free throw right there as well. He's got ice in that boy's veins.
Absolutely. Came off the bench, knocked him down for the Bobcats. 2 big ones, sent them to overtime.
Sincere's second free throw's up and good. Lead now back to 8 for the Bobcats, 46-38. 3.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Floyd breaks the press. The shot is up for Underwood. A big-time shot by Micah Underwood. Timeout taken by Brian Harmon. Exactly 3.5 remaining. Floyd cuts the lead back down to 5. Michael Underwood, we knew. Heck of a shooter. He's just a sophomore. He makes a big old shot right there for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, 12 points from behind the arc tonight. 14 points on the game. Getting into pretty good three-point shooting territory is the Buffaloes. He just hasn't taken many here in the second half. He's had a lot of opportunities, and the Buffaloes have had a lot of opportunities. They're choosing to attack the paint. I don't think that's the best thing for them. I think they should continue to shoot the 3 ball tonight if they want to hang around this contest. And they're doing it. Down 5, 3.5 to go. This is anybody's ball game. Gavin Cormany is going to have to take over, in my opinion, here in this game. If you send Elijah Kelly to the line, that's fantastic. I think Gavin Cormany is going to have to put the ball in his hands and shoot the 3 well in this final 3 minutes. And the Bobcats are going to come out on top.
Yeah, Floyd coming out with a full court press here. Bobcats got it up to 8, but then Underwood quickly hit a 3 for the Buffaloes, bringing it back down to 5. Bobcats inbounded. Full court man-to-man for the Buffaloes. Harrington on Gavin. Gavin goes between his legs, gets across half court now, separates himself from the defender, gets past the defender now, gets into the lane, decides to bring it back out. No, he gives it to Elijah Kelly. Backdoor cut, pump fake, shot is up, and it's good! What a finish by Elijah Kelly. 48-41 is the score, just over 3. Cantrell brings it down for Floyd. Almost walked there. Radford fans wanted it. Harrington has the top to keep Parker eyeing him down. 3 minutes left in this game tonight.
Buffalo's trying to get it down low to number 40, Caden Swartzel. And I believe they called it out on the Buffaloes. Miscommunication by the officials. One official wasn't sure, so the other one made the call, gave it to the Bobcats. By the way, Elijah Kelly, 22 points on the contest tonight. Pretty good. So I'm told.
Decent, right?
That's what I'm told.
Parker Prelo! Parker Prelo with a double clutch layup, looking like an athlete right there. He gives the Bobcats the largest lead of the night now. 2.5 on the clock, score 50-41.
Parker Prelo had been guarding Harrington ever since he got his 6 points in the contest, held him to 0, come and hit with his first points on the other end. As a foul is going to be called, I believe that's going to be on the floor, but what a move. It looks like they're going to actually call it. Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor. It has to be, but it's 1-and-1 here for the Buffaloes.
For those at home, sorry that Michael and I got a little excited about there. That move by Parker,
Sweet.
big time. We didn't expect it. Parker's been bringing the ball out each time right there, and he just made a manly move right there to give the Bobcats the largest lead of the evening.
As Coach Cormany is going to take a quick time out. Timmy, we're going to stay right here as Coach Harmon's coming out here and arguing with the officials a little bit. Sometimes, you know what, sometimes I don't hate it. You know, sometimes you got to fight for your team a little bit. They feel that the officials are frustrated. What he's frustrated about right now is one official said 2 shots. However, it's the other guy's call, and he said it was on the floor. So just miscommunication there. But sometimes you got to fight for your team. I don't hate it, but you're down 9 2 minutes ago. So since you're down 9 2 minutes ago, Timmy, if you're the Buffaloes, what do you do to stay in this game as you're going to the free throw line right now?
I don't think they have any answers. The Buffaloes have gotten back into the game because the Bobcats have shot themselves in the foot. And
Sure.
turnovers, that's led to, like you just underlined, Slusher and Underwood threes. So if the Bobcats take care of the ball, they've been scoring at will, even though it's just 2 guys for us tonight. But then we just saw Parker make a bucket right there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's only 2 guys because 3 other guys have points, and it's all under 5. If you add them all up, it's 6. So, you know, Gavin Cormany, Elijah Kelly, dominant in this contest. You did not do what you needed to do if you're the Buffaloes to stop those 2 guys. 2:21 to go. Buffaloes at the line.
Gavin Harrington, a sophomore at the free throw line for the Buffaloes. His first shot is up and hits every part of the rim and falls. 50-42, 2:21 remaining. Regency Championship. A slightly heated rivalry between these 2 teams, the Buffaloes and the Bobcats.
So I'm told.
I've heard a few times about this rivalry. Second shot is up and good by the sophomore. 50-43. Floyd in a full court press now. They're looking to trap. Bobcats immediately break it. Gavin Cormany brings it across half court. Floyd still looking to trap. Gavin, ill-advised pass again, a turnover. As I mentioned, Michael, shooting ourselves in the foot. Floyd falls to the ground with the ball. They're going to call a timeout, and they saved it from that turnover.
Yeah, that's just an really unforced turnover. But, I mean, they set the press up, but Gavin just jumped off his feet there and threw the ball away. So a tough break for the Bobcats. But if you're the Buffaloes here, you have the basketball, 2 minutes to go in the game, down 7. Where do you go? I know what I would do with it. I'd pass the ball around, move it from side to side. Matt Slusher or Micah Underwood has been left open all night. Matt Slusher has made 2 threes. Micah Underwood has made 4. You get one of them the ability to shoot the basketball from behind the line. That's what I would do if the Buffaloes come out of this timeout.
I'm still thinking back, Michael, to that press break right there. Gavin breaks the press and then dribbles right into the trap, gets himself in the air, and just turns the ball over. Buffalo's going to have a shot in this game. It's going to be because Radford keeps turning the ball over, just ill-advised each time, and we've seen that multiple times. And when the Bobcats start turning the ball over, a few minutes ago at the beginning of the fourth quarter, Bobcats took a timeout. Cormany was telling them to calm down. They came out with an 8-point lead and immediately let the Buffaloes get right back into it within seconds because of 2 turnovers. Bobcats cannot do that right here. Number 1, get a defensive stop out of this timeout. Number 2, protect the daggone ball for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's been ill-advised turnovers that have been haunting the Bobcats here in this game. They're going to have to take control of this game, the Buffaloes. Swartzel has done a pretty good job about staying in the contest and not picking up any more fouls. Still only has 3. Buffalo's inbound here. They're going to try to get it to Underwood in the corner. They do get it to him at the top of the key. Dribbles to his left in the paint. Slusher with it now. Gives up to Harrington to set up the offense.
Harrington has it. Sincere Taylor's on him. Harrington, nice little spin move. He gets fouled. Lands on the ground, head to the free throw line for 2 shots. I thought a spin move got him to the ground, but
yeah, I
don't
fouled. Necessarily believe he was touched there, but he does go to the line for 2 shots. So had the opportunity to get the Buffaloes within 2 possessions.
Both set of fans fired up tonight. Bobcats yelling. Horrible call right there. 10 fouls for the Buffaloes, 8 for the Bobcats. Great basketball game up to this point.
Great basketball game. This is what you want. This is what you want. This is a region championship. Both teams see each other at minimum twice a year, usually 3, sometimes even 4, depending on how the playoffs go. These teams know what each other is going to do. They've played each other for years. This is kind of what you want in a championship game, obviously, unless you're the team that blows out the other team.
Yeah, that's right. First shot for Harrington was up and no good. His second free throw's up, and that one is good. 50-44, 2-possession game for the Buffaloes.
Buffalo's putting on this press here again, trap press, as they're going to try to make the Bobcats turn it over. Got to get to Gavin Cormany, and they do, and he brings it across midcourt.
Gavin's going all the way to the rim. Misses the layup, but Elijah Kelly comes behind with the offensive rebound putback. Gives the Bobcats the lead back up to 8. 1:40 on the clock. Underwood tried to get by Gavin. Unsuccessful. Harrington taking this game over for the Buffaloes. Misses that layup. Max Knipe, defensive rebound. Elijah Kelly finds Gavin at the center circle. He gets across half court. Gavin finds Luke Woodard. They're going to bring it back up to top key. Elijah Kelly finally comes across half court to join his team.
I think he thought Gavin Cormany was going to go in and take it for a layup, but Coach told them to set it up here. Bobcats up 8, 1:20 to go. Don't need to be in a hurry as the Buffaloes are going to foul the Bobcats and put Woodard at the free throw line. He is going to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. By the way, Elijah Kelly tracker, 24 points on the contest.
Big-time game for Elijah. Way to step up tonight. Gavin as well. Both of those guys, their hands on their knees right now, totally exhausted. Luke Woodard now, though, at the free throw line to really ice this game as much as possible. First shot is up, and it's no good.
Bobcats 67% on the season, have made a lot of free throws tonight, but got to make these down the stretch.
Second free throw's up. And that one's good. Hits every part of the rim and goes down. 9-point lead. Bobcats, 1:18 remaining. Here comes Floyd. Harrington, top of the key. Swings it over to the wing. Underwood squares up. His shot is up, and that one's going to be no good. Sails out of bounds. Schwartzel went flying out of bounds to save it, but the Bobcats are going to have the ball themselves.
You know, I hate to say this with like a minute to go. I kind of feel like the Buffaloes have just essentially outcoached themselves here late. They stopped doing exactly what they've been doing all night to score the basketball. They went away from the threes. They started going to the rim. And when you got guys like Elijah Kelly, Gavin Cormany, Sincere Taylor, Corion Ferguson meeting you at the rim every single time, Max Knipe, you're going to get tired. You're not going to make your shots. You're not going to go to the free throw line as often. They've only shot 9 free throws in this contest as Elijah Kelly misses the first. They went away from what they were doing so successfully in the first half, and that's knocking down threes.
Exhaustion made that first free throw well short, but this second free throw is good. The lead's a double-digit lead now, 54-44, 1 minute remaining here. Harrington brings it down. Underwood comes off 2 screens, still driving to the lane. He loses it once again. He's lost that ball a couple times. Gavin bringing it down, hesitates, gets it to the lane, and he gets fouled hard from behind. And he's going to be heading to the free throw line. Officials are conversing about that foul. He swiped pretty hard down from behind.
Oh, and they are. They're going to call an intentional foul here as Coach Harmon is so frustrated. He wants a timeout.
He wants a technical.
Well,
he called a timeout, but I know what he's doing as a coach.
I know what he's doing. He's walking out in the middle of the floor, and he's talking to this official. And I think they could have done away with it right there, as he wants to talk to the official here. If I'm the official, I wouldn't even entertain him at this point.
No.
I would just make him go back to his bench and tell him to coach his team. We have to call the game how we have to see it, and that's what I would say to him. As he's frustrated, he wants to get teed up here. He knows this game is over. They're down 10 with 50 seconds to go, and he's going to do everything he can to show himself here in the final 50 seconds of this contest.
So How, as an official, Michael, how much talking do you take from a coach as much as you've seen tonight?
Okay, so it's interesting. Different sports call for different measures here. In baseball, I would have already restricted him to his bench. And then if he came 1 foot out, he's gone, right? In football, you let him talk a little bit more. No one can hear what's going on. It's just between you guys, right? He's standing behind you. He's yelling at you a little bit. You kind of let him say what he has to say. Every once in a while, you throw the rule book at him and put him in his place a little bit. Basketball is a little bit different sport here. A lot of eyes on the basketball court as Gavin Cormany misses the first of the technical. You kind of do what I said. Hey, coach, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. All right, now go back to your bench. And if he doesn't, you do exactly what you're supposed to do. You finally tee him up. That's what he wants. However, maybe you don't entertain him. Maybe you don't give him that technical, but I wouldn't talk to him anymore. He's talked enough. Yeah, he called the timeout. He called the timeout to talk to you. Tell him to go back to his bench and move on.
Gavin goes 1 for 2 with the intentional foul free throws. He gets the ball now from underneath their own rim. They kick it back out to Luke Woodard. Bobcats up by 11, and Floyd's going to foul once again, this time to send Luke Woodard to the line. That one's against senior Matt Slusher.
Yeah, Bobcats going to come away essentially with a victory here, 37 seconds to go. This has been a good game, back and forth. It's been a hard-fought game, back and forth, and it's been a chippy game, back and forth. This is exactly what region championships are made of. In theory, Timmy, these teams could play each other again.
They could.
It'd be very difficult to happen, but they could play each other again.
Second free throw up and no good. Luke Woodard goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Buffalo tried to push it. Gavin Cormany steals it. He gets it poked loose from behind. And it's going to be another foul called against the Buffaloes. Cantrell was just going for the loose ball, and unfortunately was called against the foul against him. Gavin Cormany going back to the free throw line. 28.9 seconds remaining. Bobcats 55, Buffaloes 44.
Gavin going to the free throw line. Going to try to knock both of these down here. Misses the first of 2. As this place is starting to clear out a little bit.
Not from Radford fans.
No, I didn't say that. I thought it was inferred.
Gavin Cormany 1 for 2 there. 12-point lead, 25 seconds remain in this Region C championship. Harrington kicks it down to Cantrell in the corner. Cantrell drives, picks it up, floaters up, and no good. Swartzel with the offensive rebound, put back. Gets the lead down to 10 points. 10 seconds remain. Elijah Kelly has it. Needs to get it across half court. He does. That's going to be in the game. That's going to be the region championship tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And Floyd still fouling here at the end.
Swartzel is almost shocked that they called a foul. You're all over a guy with 5 seconds to go in the contest when they're up 50. Let him just dribble the basketball out, and we wouldn't have to be going to the free throw line. This is the kind of stuff that gets you fired up a little bit. It's the unnecessary stuff that happens in these contests. You've lost the basketball game. Just accept it and move on.
Yeah, first free throw's up and good for Elijah Kelly.
I apologize.
His second free throw's up, and it is no good. It's short that time. 2 seconds on the clock. 1. Floyd's going to dribble it out, and that's going to be the Region C championship, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, 57. Floyd, 46. Region C championship goes back to Radford once again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for some final stats and thoughts of tonight's game here from the Denman Center. 57-46, your final. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats! Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats. Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats. Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the voices of the Bobcat Sports Live Network. And I just want to say a huge thanks to our sponsors who make Bobcat Sports Live happen. Davis Attorneys, Mullins Funeral Home and Crematory, Brad's Barbershop here in Radford, Dr. Bart Eastwood of Sideline Orthopedics, Brickhouse Pizza, home of the Bobcat Sports Live talk show, and NRV Furniture, the exclusive sponsor of all of our halftime shows. Thank you, everyone, and go Bobcats. Hey, Bobcat fans, this is Timothy Worrells, one of the...
You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live, your home to the Radford Bobcat Athletics.
Another year, Michael, and
You're
another
listening
Regency
to
Championship
Bobcat
going back
Sports
to
Live.
Radford, Virginia. The final score of tonight's game was 57-46 as Gavin Cormany holding the Regency Trophy up high as they take a walk back to the locker room. Michael, what a night here in the Dedman Center. What are some of your final stats for the evening?
Yeah, I got a lot of final stats here. We'll start with the Buffaloes, get those out of the way. They played a good, hard-fought contest. The problem that they had, they went away from what made them really good in the first half and kept the game close late in the third. Matt Slusher with 8 points in the contest. Micah Underwood with 14 points of his own. Gavin Harrington had 7 points in the contest, and Caden Swartzel finished with 10 points of his own. They went away from the three ball, and it hurt them a little bit, tried to attack the paint. They only got 9 free throw attempts in the contest. Bobcats finished with 1 billion free throws in this one. They attacked the rim all night with Elijah Kelly, Gavin Cormany. And Parker, let's go over the Bobcat stats now. Parker Prelo finished with 2. Big-time double clutch move there to get his 2 points. Sincere Taylor finished with a free throw on the evening. Luke Woodard with a 3 in the first half, finished with 4. Max Knipe with 2 of his own. This game for the Bobcats was about 2 guys and 2 guys only. It was about Gavin Cormany finishing with 21 points tonight and Elijah Kelly finishing with 25 points tonight. 57 points for the Bobcats total. 46 came from 2 guys. I said if the Buffaloes had any chance to win this game, they had to stop one of those 2 guys. They couldn't stop either one of them.
No, great game by those 2 guys stepping up tonight to finish the deal. What a game. It should be noted that Floyd is not going back empty-handed. Their girls program won the Regency Championship tonight.
With ease.
So congratulations to them. Coach Radford of that program is doing great things in Floyd County. And tonight, Michael, is a game of ups and downs for both teams. And quite frankly, as we mentioned, I thought Floyd out-hustled the Bobcats in many ways tonight.
Yeah,
that's something the Bobcats are going to have to fix.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think, a lot of coaches, good coaches, talk about this. It's easy to fix things in a loss. It's even harder to fix things in a win.
Yeah.
The Bobcats have to watch film on themselves more so than watching film on the other guys. They got out-hustled through essentially 3.5 quarters there, especially on the boards. Yep. They got out-hustled on the loose balls. They got out-hustled on defense there for most of the game.
Yep.
I looked up at one point, and the Bobcats were up 6, and thought to myself, how in the world are they up 6 late in the third period when I thought the Buffaloes had out-hustled them throughout the night. Yep. They're going to have to fix those things, as you said, deep in the playoff run. It also helps, though, that you get to watch film and now have a home game in the next round.
Yeah, again, what a game tonight. We saw 3 ESPNU games taking place in this gym for the Radford University Highlanders. Great atmosphere in those games. I think this one tops it, Michael. Tonight's match, just the matchup and the atmosphere, second to none that's taken place in the Dedman Center this season.
Absolutely. And there'll be no game that ever tops the game when Quentin Morton Robertson and Max McClung faced off in this arena. There will never be a game that tops that. But this game was 10,000 times better than any game in the Dedman Center. That being said, Coach Nichols doing a fantastic job here in Radford, getting the program turned around, and only in his second year.
Yeah.
Had some ups and downs in the last 2 years, but he's doing a fantastic job, and the community can't be more happy for him to be here. His father on the staff here at the high school has been for many, many years. So the Bobcats have played a really good game here and go on in the playoffs with a home game coming up.
Absolutely. Well, it was a late tip-off tonight, Michael, and it is 10 o'clock on the dot. And
my iPhone told me to go to bed 30 minutes ago.
Mine as well. We're on the same page, brother.
9:30.
Wow, it was a great honor to join you once again, Michael, tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to tonight's Regency Championship game. Once again, your Bobcats are victorious. Final score 57-46. Regency champions. State tournament ahead. Both Floyd and Radford will be playing in the state tournament quarterfinals in the week to come. More details will be posted as we get them on the Bobcat Sports Live Facebook page. If you haven't liked that page yet, you need to go like it. If you don't have Facebook, you need to go make a Facebook account, and the first like should be Bobcat Sports Live to stay up to date with all things Radford High School sports. Michael Davis tonight, Timothy Worrells. As always, it's a great night to be a Bobcat.